We're here to talk about the Froggy system, which is available on Artesian Spas and also Sundance Spas. There are two manufacturers that we sell. The Froggy system is designed to make the maintenance a little bit more effortless. The number one thing with your hot tub is sanitizer. You want to make sure that the sanitizer are in there at all times. So this system right here is designed to put chlorine in your water continuously at all times. You're going to see this little cap right here. It says right here, Froggy on it. It's a patented system that they designed. We're going to take this cap off. In this cap, you have an inline system. They do have other systems that are floating that are available, and we have that available in a couple of our other models that don't have it built in line, but most of them are going to be a built-in system, okay? We have two cartridges in the Froggy system. The bottom one is going to be either bromine or chlorine, depending. Most people use chlorine. There is a bromine option available if necessary, and then a mineralizer. So your mineralizer, it's a natural algicide. So this one right here, you're going to replace every 4 months. This one's up to 30 days. So the manufacturer uses that word up to 30 days for a reason that all spas have a different gallonage, right? So this one is about approximately 320 gallons versus the one that we have over in the corner is 550 gallons. So depending on the gallonage, up to 30 days is most likely a spa that's a couple hundred gallons. So once you're getting up into your spas that are 550 gallons, you're probably going to get about 2 weeks, maybe a little longer. Your average spa that's right around 300 to 350 gallons, you're going to get right about 3 weeks. So it all depends, right? The other big factor is use. On your Smart Chlor system, or I should say, sorry, your Froggy system, both of your cartridges have different settings. I say from the factory right away, pretty much start them at 3. It's kind of my go-to. I start them at level 3 based off of your biggest thing is going to be use. So across the board, I say 3, and then we can adjust accordingly. On your cartridges, you just twist, you hold the top, you twist the cartridge, and then you have a number system right here on both of them. By starting them both on 3, you're kind of right in the middle. The levels 1 through 6. Again, you're going to change this one out once about every 30 days, depending on gallonage, once every 4 months. That's across the board. Okay. System's very easy to use. It's going to put chlorine in your water at all times. Your spa's at a camp, or you're gone for a couple weeks. It's really nice to come home to a crystal clear spa when you didn't have the chance to check it for a couple weeks. So this system is designed to really make your life easy. A lot of customers love it. I love it myself. The cartridges, some people, when they're used to their spa, they're used to balancing the hot tub for so long, they may not use it as much, but it is available option in all of our hot tubs, other than one line. So again, when if you read the back of your inline system, it tells you where to put the mineral system, and then it also tells you where to put the Smart Chlor cartridge. We put this back in, then we just turn it in, tighten it in, and put our cap back on. So you can put this in right after you fill your spa, you first get it, or after a fresh fill. It's always a good time to change the cartridge at that time. How do you test for when your frog system, your cartridges are low? Your mineralizer, there's no really good way. I would put a reminder on your phone. The pellets inside that cartridge does not, they don't break down or they don't disintegrate or dissolve like your chlorine cartridge. We're going to take it back out here for a minute. Your chlorine cartridge, it's going to dissipate. As the water eats away the chlorine that's inside here, it's going to get lighter and lighter. You can take this out. You can shake it. Pretty full right now. Brand new. But as time goes on, you're going to notice that you shake it here less and less. That's one way you can tell. Or you can I always recommend putting in your phone when you changed it. Set an alarm 3 weeks out. Very simple. We got amazing technology these days. So it's always a good thing to put in your phone so that way you're not playing the guessing game. The cartridges, they're not super expensive. They definitely make your life easy, but you don't want to replace it too early, but you also don't want to depend on this and have no idea that it has had no chlorine in it for a couple weeks. So having a way to take, whether it's written down on a board somewhere or put on your phone, I do recommend making sure you know when you replace it. It's a good gauge also how long the cartridges are lasting you based off of your gallonage and your use. Your Froggy cartridges, there's 2 different ways to test for the chlorine that's inside these cartridges, okay? The Froggy test strips, this right here, you're going to see purple. It does match this one on back here on the chlorine. That's free chlorine. So this is going to read free chlorine only. It does not read total chlorine. It's free chlorine only. So whether you have this test strip or this one, they're both going to work the same. It just this one has one extra reading if you're using this Fogarty system. This system is made and designed to maintain the chlorine level in your spa. There may be times when you have a high bather load. You're depending on the system. High bather load depletes your chlorine down to zero, where you're going to have to add chlorine. So the chlorine, it's no different than the chlorine that you're going to have, the spa granular chlorine. You'd add that as necessary. This is going to maintain your average bather load, like I said. And then anytime that if you test your water and it gets down to zero, add 4 tablespoons of chlorine if your water is crystal clear. To 4 tablespoons of chlorine, this should take back over. If your spa is really cloudy and kind of has a little funny smell to it, you may have to add 8 to 12 tablespoons. It really just depends. I always recommend starting out with 4 and testing it about an hour later, making sure it's holding. If you notice later on, you test it after an hour of no chlorine, you're more than welcome to add 4 more. The key to clearing up your spa anytime that it gets cloudy or smells kind of funny is going to be getting enough chlorine in there to eat up whatever's present in that water. And we have to overpower it. So if you test it and there's no chlorine in that test strip, it means add more every time.